Hello everyone to another Catan video. So I'm in the first position and I see that there is not a lot of ore on this board, quite a lot of wood, a decent amount of wheat and sheep, and also some brick available on this board. Based on that, I believe 8-4-11 is a pretty good spot to go for, especially because I have the proximity to the 3-1 port and the sheep port, and I get the best ore available. The other options to consider are surely 8-5-10, 6-5-10, and 6-9-10. If I go for 8-4-11, I might have to play a Orvi cheap game. But I believe I'll be able to get some sheep when it comes back to me again. So I will be able to go to the sheep port, and probably I will be able to get the 3-1 port as well. Don't think people will be too keen on getting the 3-4-11 tile early on. Red goes for 6-5-10, that is pretty strong. Surely will be going towards the 8-10 wood port. Brown here can go for something like 8-3-5, 6-3-4, even 9-5-10 seems to be a pretty strong option here. Does go for 8-3-5. Gray here can go for 9-5-10, 6-9-12. Seems to be a pretty strong option. Also 9-5-10, 6-3-4 is also pretty good. Getting a strong, yeah, does go for 9-5-10. I believe 6-3-4 will give Grey a pretty strong setup. Although Grey will have to play without any ore, but has pretty good production of all five resources. Wow, Grey goes for 4-11. That was really unexpected here. So Grey wants to play a very strong OV cheap game, but I don't think that was the best option available. So for me, I am considering 6-3 as a very possible option. I will be starting with a road in hand, and I can point to the left and build on the 4-5, which will increase my wheat production and sheep production. The other option I have is go for 9-4-2, point downwards, and then build on the 4-5 as well as 9-11. I also want to build on the sheep port. I can actually go for 8-10 as well and start with a wood port. Uh, so yeah, I do have a few options available to me here. And I'm not sure what the best option is. I am leaning towards 6-3 to begin with and pointing to the left. So let's see, I'll go with that option for now. Do start with a 12. So brown already has two uh, ores in hand. Red gets a road whenever a 6 is rolled. And I believe red is in a pretty strong position, although they are starting with no ore. I know brown has an extra ore in hand, and because 8 just rolled, they also have an extra wood. Instead, brown just goes for a 1:1 trade with red, which makes sense. Gray here will have a pretty slow game to begin with, unless fours keep on rolling frequently. I wouldn't mind offering a sheep. Let's see if somebody wants it. Nobody wants it, so I'll just end my turn with the cards I have in hand. Brown is gets the first settlement of the game on the brick port. At this point, I think I can steal from Grey and possibly get a sheep, or sorry, possibly get a ore or a wheat. But I believe targeting Brown wouldn't be the worst case here. I do get a wheat. That's pretty good. That's a resource I don't produce. And Brown is ready to accept 1:1, so I will go for that. That does give me the settlement on the wheat tile. Although I just blocked myself on the 5 wheat, but yeah, red plays the knight. Should be stealing from grey, but targets me instead. A little unlucky there. I think if red would have targeted grey, there's a good possibility red would have been able to get an ore. I'm also a little worried about brown. Brown has at least 3 ores in hand. Yeah, on my turn, I would love to roll a 7 here. Instead, I roll a 5, giving me the wheat. Actually, 5 gives a wheat to everyone on board, so that's just a fine roll there. Red should be able to get a settlement. Seems like red is going for a def card. Yeah, red does get a settlement on the wood tile. So now I believe red is on the wood port. So I believe red is pretty huge threat uh, because they produce a lot of wood. Yeah, I might go for this trade, but gray accepts the trade with brown, which is completely fine. Another 8 rolls. So there is quite a lot of wood in this game. Let's see if I can get a sheep for wood trade here. Yeah, I think red is just going to make a 2:1 offer. Yeah, I don't have any ore, so I'll just end my turn. Wow, these 12s have been really, really good for brown, I would say. Brown should be able to get a city pretty soon on the 8-3-4-5 tile. Yeah. And brown is getting these easy 1:1 trades with red and gray. So that's a little unfortunate. I believe it would be better if people in this game are a little more restricted when it comes to easy trades. Because at this point, brown is in a very strong position, especially with the 3:1 port and the wood brick port. I wouldn't mind rolling a 7 here. Instead, I just roll another 9. It's a little unfortunate, but I think I will just have to do a 1:1 trade with brown. Yeah. So, although I was saying that we should not be doing 1:1 trades with brown, I don't think I have any option here and have to accept the trade. 3 does roll, that gives me the rare wood, and if a 6 or a 11 rolls, I'll be able to get a settlement on the sheep port. So that's pretty good for me. I believe I should be able to get a settlement on the 9-11 spot also. So that would increase my sheep production. Unfortunately, no fours have rolled this game. So that's why I haven't been able to get any ore. Do roll another 10 here. I'll just get a settlement and end my turn. 7 rolls. I believe it is very difficult to target brown here because red shares each and every tile with brown except for the 9. Yeah, so red solo targets me, which is really unfortunate here. I mean, I completely understand why brown was not targeted, but that does affect me quite a bit. Blocks my highest sheep producing spot and also doesn't block brown at all. And these 8s and 9s have been rolling pretty frequently, so brown has been very lucky with the rolls as well. Yeah, and the 8 rolls. Not much that I can do here. I'll just end my turn. Yeah, pretty difficult game for me now, especially because fours haven't been rolling at all, and I might go for a 1:2 trade. Yeah. Wow. So red builds on 6-2, increases their uh, wood production. A 7 rolls, that's pretty good. Should be blocking brown either on the 8 wood or on the 5 wheat. Yeah, does block the 5 wheat and is taking some time to steal. Yeah, does steal from brown. I believe that's the right choice here. Brown and red are in a strong position right now. I again roll a 7, so that's pretty good as well. I will be stealing from brown for sure. I get another wheat. Not much that I can do, and I don't want to offer any trades just yet. Red here is able to get the largest army already. Brown plays the knight and blocks red. So now I think that's a good thing for me that brown and red are targeting each other. Hopefully there aren't any sevens that roll and a couple of fours roll, so I will be able to get a city and a dev card. That would be pretty strong for me. Another six rolls. I don't have a 3:1 port, so let me see if anybody wants a brick. I wouldn't mind trading the brick for a sheep. I don't want to accept the trade with brown, and I can't do a 2:1. Let me re-offer it. If red accepts it, I will go for it. Yeah, red isn't willing to accept. Yeah, but then red is in a strong position as well, so even this trade doesn't help me much. I think I might just have to accept the trade with brown. A little unfortunate there, but not much of an option here. I wouldn't want to hold on to all these cards in hand and get stolen from or lose it to a robber. So 4 would be a pretty strong roll for me now, but unfortunately there haven't been any 4 this game. Brown should be able to get a settlement this turn and also get. Seems like Brown is going for the longest road as well. So Brown can easily get the longest road and get another settlement and be on 9 points in the next turn itself. Oh, so Brown gets the longest road this turn itself. Okay. If I get a dev card, I would love if it's a road building so that I will be able to connect my roads or connect my settlements. 6 does roll here. Let's see if I can get any trade. Because the 6 is blocked, I don't think there are any woods in the game. And not sure if anybody will be willing to trade away their wood just yet. Yeah, so I might just have to go for a dev card. Do get a road building, exactly what I was looking for, so that's good. Here, blocking the 9 wood is a easy choice for red. Should be the easy choice for red, exactly. Yeah. At this point, I am completely dependent on fours rolling, so would want a few fours to roll throughout now. Does roll a 7, so I believe the 6 break or the 5 wheat could be blocked. 5 does roll here, but I don't think I can do much. Let me see if I can get a couple of wood so that I will be able to get the longest road. Yeah, red is still offering only 2 is to 1s. I don't think that's the right thing to do. So in that case, I don't think I should be playing my road building just yet and disclosing my hand. I would just hold on to these cards and end my turn. I can cut off gray on the 9 4-2 spot. It will be a pretty strong spot for me, but don't think that would be the right move. Just because at this point brown is a bigger threat and I wouldn't want gray to start targeting me instead of brown. So another 8 does roll. Not sure if I'm looking for a particular trade here. Hopefully nobody accepts this trade that brown is offering. And 9 does roll there, so on my turn I would love to roll a 7. I believe that's the strongest roll right now. Instead I roll another 9, so that is just unfortunate. I can just get a couple of roads. Let me see if I can get any trade like this. Yeah, so I believe I might just have to do a. I can play the road building here, build on the 942. I will go for that option. Although I know I am cutting off gray, but that's the strongest spot for me at this point. Another 9 rolls. So brown is in a very, very strong position. I think they will be able to surely get a settlement and a dev card and finish this game. That is a little likely. So not sure why brown did not build on the 9 spot, but this is also okay for me, I would say. If a 4 or a 8 rolls, I will. If a 4 rolls, I will be able to get a city. No, I will be able to get a dev card. Okay. And if a 8 rolls, I will also be able to get a dev card. Instead, just a 9 rolls. And at this point, I don't think I can do much. I will just convert my sheep into ore and hold on to these cards. Or maybe I can convert it into a wood and build another road. Let's see, there is a possibility that I will be getting, I can still get the longest road away from brown, but not sure if the game will last that long. But that surely is a possibility that I should be keeping in mind. Finally, a 4 does roll. Gives me two sheeps and two ores. A pretty strong roll for me, but unfortunately, I believe it's a little too late. Brown now gets a dev card. Luckily, it's not a victory point. Seven rolls. Grey could target me, but I think Grey should be targeting Brown either on the 8 tile, 8 wood tile or the 5 wheat tile. I wouldn't be surprised if Grey targets me here, that's for sure. And Grey targets Red. Okay, so that's because Brown doesn't have any cards in hand. Makes sense. 8 rolls here. Let's see if I can. I can surely get a city, but let's see if I can get two roads. Seems very unlikely that I will be able to get those trades, especially because Grey has one wood and let me offer a ore for two woods. I think that should be fine. So maybe something like this might be acceptable to red. If red accepts this, I will be getting the longest road this turn. Unfortunately, red is not willing to accept anything. How about a trade like this? Seems like I will just run out of time here. So in that case, I'll just go for a city and end my turn here. Yeah, seems like red doesn't have two woods, so that was a little unfortunate. Another four does roll, so these fours are pretty strong for me now, especially after me getting a city on four tile. Yeah, I will accept that trade. I don't mind red going for more dev cards. Seven rolls can block the four sheep, or maybe would want to block the eight sheep here and steal from me. Yeah, exactly what. Uh, plays a monopoly. That's so steals away all the sheeps that I had in hand. And let's see what Gray is able to do. Yeah, Gray builds a longer road. So for me, it's even more difficult to get the longest road now. I need to build three roads again. I roll a 7 here. That's pretty good, I would say. Blocking brown is a easy target here. And I will be going for a dev card now. I get a victory point. Okay. Another 7 is rolled. Should be blocking the 9 wood here. Wow, red blocks me. That is really unfortunate at this point, I would say. Another 7 is rolled, would be blocking the 4 ore. Yeah, so Yeah, both brown and red targeting me is a little bad for me, but that's how it is. I can get a dev card this turn, or I don't think there is another option for me. Wow, red is still asking for a 2 is to 1. I will, instead of 2 is to 1, I am offering a 2 is to 3. How about a 2 is to 2? Yeah, seems like red is not willing to accept any fair trade here. That does give brown the option to win the game, but that's a risk we have to take. I pull a monopoly, so if the game doesn't end this turn, I might have a chance of playing the monopoly and being able to build the longest road and win the game. So that is a difficult choice, but still a valid one, I would say. So red here gets their first city. 10 is rolled. Not sure if brown will be able to get a settlement this turn. Let's see what brown does. Okay, brown is going for another dev card. Luckily, it's not a victory point. So, of 4 rolls, that's pretty good for me. I might be able to play a monopoly on sheep and try getting the longest road this turn. So, I would love if a if another 4 rolls, or maybe if a 9 rolls, I can play monopoly on wood. That is also an option that I should be considering. So another 4 does roll. So that is pretty good for me. And now it's a no-brainer. I will be playing a monopoly on sheep. And wow, I get quite a lot of sheep there. And should be able to get the longest road and win the game here. Yeah, in fact, I have the option to even flex right now. So I can also get a city, or I can get a couple of dev cards and get the longest road. So yeah, I will choose the option to flex right now. Get a couple of I get a road building. Wow. And another victory point. So really strong dev cards there in the end. But I can still win the game. Win the game on 11 points. So these fours that did not roll early on did help me quite a lot, especially in the later half of the game. 5 fours rolled throughout the game, but that was really good for me. The road building card that I got was also pretty good. Luckily, I did cut off gray there and built on the 492. That helped me quite a lot. A two had rolled, and also the fours in the end helped me get the road building. Oh, sorry, the longest road there. I'm surprised gray did not build. Sorry, brown did not build on the 9 3 is to 2 is to 1 port there. With the wheat production that they had, I think that would have been a stronger choice. Um, so anyway, that was a pretty tense game. Yeah. Although my opponents aren't the strongest players, especially when it comes to the ELO ranks, but still Brown was in contention for quite some time there. Let's see the ELO board now. I believe, yeah. So now I am in at 336. I believe this is the best ELO score I have ever had. 1321. That's pretty strong, and the rank is also 336 is pretty good. Very close to the top 100 now, but I'm pretty sure the games will also get more and more difficult. Anyways, bye for now and see you again in the next video.